Hello. What a track I have been on this evening. It is 1:15 and I am just leaving Tanya's house. I had to go to Walmart with her because her phone, she can't get it to start, or she can't get it to charge. And she has like messed up her like the thing inside where you like put the charger. She's like messed that up in her phone. And I told her like months ago, I was like, Tanya, you have to get a new phone. Oh, no, it's fine. Now she's all stressed out because her husband's out of town for the night. So I'm like, well, you can call somebody through Facebook. She's like, you better leave your phone on. I can call you through Facebook. So anyway, I'll do a little haul. I bought envelopes, peel and stick from Walmart. And then I bought, what do you think I bought? What do you think this is? Anybody want to guess? I'll give you a hint. Yep, I bought candle waxes. Are you ready? I'm going to turn the light on. Oh my God, that's so bad. First, I got, okay, this is the best, you guys. Tanya's like, that is so nasty. Your whole house is going to stink. And I got popcorn garland, Better Homes and Gardens. So it's like white, you see? $2. And then I got a Thankful Harvest, Better Homes and Gardens. And it basically smells like spices. And then I got Rustic Country Home by Better Homes and Gardens. It's like a brownish color, kind of. And it basically smells like spices. And then I got this Sensationals. And I like this. Look at these containers, you guys. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in here. And it was $3.98. So, I mean, twice as many. And it's a value pack, it says. And this one is Coffee Cake Swirl. And I'm going to try that one tomorrow. It smells straight up like coffee cake. So those were my purchases this evening. And Tanya bought 2 phone chargers, and we got the phone to charge for like 2 seconds, and then it stopped. So she was completely stressed out. And Alex went over to his friend's house that he works for because her mother's in town. And I was making my videos, and then Alex came home and we watched the Kardashians together and part of American Horror Story because we still haven't finished it. And then I went to go get Tanya to take her to Walmart. She didn't want to go by herself. And Alex was getting ready to go to sleep, and then he messaged me and he was like, PP has coughed 5 times in a row. And not like, but like one coughing incident, another coughing incident. And his cough has been really bad, you guys, the last couple days, and I'm very scared. And so I'm gonna have to make an appointment with the vet to see if I can get him in tomorrow again. I asked Tanya, I was like, what do you think? And she's like, babe, I mean, he's in congestive heart failure, probably, that's what it is. And I said, but he doesn't seem like he hurts afterwards. He seems fine. Oh my God, I bought this cotton candy stuff. But anyway, I said, Tanya, I'm really worried about him. I'm totally stressed. And she's like, I've had dogs that coughed like that for years and years and still lived. And she's like, and I had other dogs that coughed, you know? She goes, but Chihuahuas cough anyway. She goes, but you already know he has an enlarged heart. I just don't want him to be in any pain, but I think the doctors are going to say that they're going to, like, increase his meds, at least until we get the coughing down, because they had said they wanted his Lasix to be increased until we knew that he was feeling better, if the coughing didn't stop. And the coughing didn't stop. In fact, and this is weird that he's on the medicine and the coughing has gotten worse, not better. I think that's weird. So I'm a little nervous to hear what the doctor has to say about that tomorrow, but we'll find out. PP is like not, or Boo Radley is like not leaving PP's side at all. And I was supposed to go and do a live YouNow stream tonight, and I just was like, I just want to sit and be with my husband and my dogs for a little bit. And I was going to go into the basement, but it was just too important for me just to be like sitting there with, you know, on the couch with Alex and the dogs. So I didn't do a live, you know, stream tonight, but I will do one tomorrow night. I'm trying to be optimistic and hopeful, because I don't want the doctor to say, like, you're going to have to start making some decisions. Like, PP is not so, like, he doesn't act like he's in any pain. And I would not put a dog down that wasn't in pain. Like, anyway. So yeah, so that's what's been going on. Just ran a bunch of errands today. I didn't really have much more to do than that. I have a meeting that I have to meet with these people with tomorrow at 3 o'clock. And then other than that, I don't really have anything to do tomorrow. I'll go to my meeting tomorrow night that I don't always go to, because we usually either have, well, we have marriage counseling every other Tuesday night. So I've stopped going to that meeting as often, but we don't have it tomorrow night because our counselor's out of town. So we have it the following Tuesday. Yeah, so there's that. I'm driving towards these like Christmas decorations. It is so pretty everywhere that I go. It's like, here's a old town of like Fishers. You can see it. There's like, you see there's like lights on each side. It's pretty. But I'm going to where these Christmas lights are, because I want to have them. I think I put it on a vlog last year that I did with just Tanya and I driving around talking. But I want to have it on this vlog this year. So I'm gonna drive down there and film it. I'm really tired tonight, and the problem is I literally like could hardly eat tonight either. I got some hummus and some chips, like pita chips. That's basically all I ate, and I didn't even eat that much of it. Do you guys hear the difference in my turn signals? Supposedly when you have a fast turn signal, it means your headlight's about to go out, or one of your lights went out or something like that, but my headlights are doing fine. I feel like just when I get one taken care of, it's time to take the other one taken care of. Tanya was watching the movie The Dinner, and I read that book last year by Herman Koch. I got a message from somebody today. I say ask me anything you want, but I just thought it was interesting. As much as I talk about my recovery and my sobriety on here, somebody sent me a message on Facebook, and they were like, I noticed that you were sniffling in a video the other day. You know, you talked about how you used to do cocaine, and I just wanted to make sure. I thought, do you really think that I would do a video where I was talking about somebody else doing cocaine and talk about my history of doing cocaine when I talk about my sobriety all the time? Like, seriously? Like, we don't need to go there, okay? And I responded to her, and I tried to say it as nice as possible, but I thought it was kind of a rude question. But I said, no, I'm a week short of having been sober 23 years. People do get colds, I said. Which is a true story. People do get colds. Okay, can we see this Christmas tree light extravaganza here? Do you see? Look at that. Do you see the abominable over there? Look at that. So this is the John Deere Christmas display. It's at the John Deere, like, store. But they said last year was going to be their last year doing it. So I'm kind of surprised they did it this year, because they built this new, like, there's this new business right by there. So they don't have as much room as they used to. It used to be like this whole like half like block down here But now they don't. Now they have it all squeezed in front of their thing. I love Christmas. I watched Smurfs Christmas today. I'm like so into the Christmas spirit this year. I finished Christmas Blizzard last night. It was a fantastic book. I'm listening to The Christmas Train by David Baldacci now. Okay, I'm gonna turn this around so you guys can see it as we came up on it. I think I'm gonna go the wrong way in so that I can film it right outside of my window because I want to have it all. Now, you can drive through all this. I'll show you. You'll see the entrances, but I don't. It's late at night. They have it. See, it says free light display right there. Look at this, you guys. Okay. I love Christmas so much. There's something like very peaceful to me about Christmas, I think. See, there's a John Deere tractor. And then look, you guys. Do you see? It's the Abominable. He's my favorite. Do you see him? Now, I'm going to show you. If you come here during like regular hours, it says right there, enter one way only, and then you can go like this way and drive all the way through this. But since it is closed right now, do you see? I'm going to show you guys up close if you can see it. Up there you can see they have like the baby Jesus and the nativity scene. Palm trees and stuff. And then over there they have like Santa putting this stuff underneath the hearth, and look at that. Isn't that amazing? For 20 years that Tony and I have been friends, we have come through here. I don't know, probably 10 times every December. Look at this right here. Up and away, Reynolds, since 1955, Reynolds. Love it. And out here, they don't have it this year, I don't think, but, so there's a little lake right there. Oh, because the lake is new, I think. You see there's a lake there? It's partially frozen. Oh, it is frozen over. Look at that, it's so cold outside there. The lake is frozen over. You can see. Anyway, they used to have this girl, and she would like skate on the ice. I don't see her. Where is she? The skater. Maybe we're not up to her yet. Look at this! Oh, this is new! The Grinch. I love it. You guys, my camera is like on yellow again. I cannot believe it. My beautiful balloon. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the one. And then there's the church. There's the steeple. There's all the people singing the Christmas carols. I was, so yeah. Isn't that so cool? I was telling Alex the other night, like, that song, Here We Go, a Wassailing, was on, and he was like, said something about what I go, do you know what wassail is? He was like, no, and I was explaining to him, like, you know, it's like this drink, and that, like, people used to go door to door and sing at people's houses and stuff. In case my video, I say this every time it does this, but it's on yellow, like literally the battery is like this with like a mark through it. In case it just like cuts off, I will say goodnight to you now, and I'll just talk until it shuts off, but here we go, a wassailing. What's your favorite Christmas song? Oh come, Emmanuel. God rest ye merry gentlemen, may nothing you dismay. I love that song. Joy to the world. I love that song too. I love just Christmas songs in general. I have all these Christmas shows and Christmas movies I want to watch. It's kind of sad. Like, I was sitting around there today and PP was just like sitting in the chair and he was like just like so quiet and just laying there. And I was like, we always get so excited for the dogs, you know, at Christmas. We buy lots of toys for them and stuff like that. And I thought, I hope this isn't PP's last Christmas, you know? Like, I hope we figure out what's going on with him. And I don't mean to be, like, depressing and maudlin, but my vlog is my life. It's what I talk about, so. Yeah. I'm so hungry for a sandwich. Tanya got a turkey sandwich from the gas station, and I was like, I wish they just had cheese sandwiches. I don't know why. I'm like hungry but not hungry. Do you guys ever get that way? Do you know what I mean? Like when you're hungry but you're not hungry. This week, like down to my birthday, my sobriety birthday, is always, you guys, like so weird for me. I just like am so kind of like in my head. And it's like I always think to myself like where I was, you know, like you know, 23 years ago this week that I was in like such a desperate place. Somebody sent me, I've asked this person to never do this again. I asked them in a very nice way, but they sent me some screenshots of, you know, what was on that Guru Gossip website after I talked about it. And I actually thought I was really fair in my video. I will say what I think about this now, and then I will never be commenting about those disgusting trolls ever again on there. I think they are some of the most hateful people I have ever met in my entire life. I think they're sad. I think they're pathetic. I think they have absolutely no lives, and so they choose just to comment on the lives of other people. And thank you for keeping me relevant while you're begging for my downfall on there. They can't wait until I tank and lose everything. And, citing facts of things that I've said that I never said in videos, and on and on and on. And I put that in a video for two reasons. Number one, because I thought, well, maybe somebody that sees it on there will see that I'm pretty open-minded to all of that stuff. And which I'm sure maybe one person did learn that. The rest of them out there, it's always the same three names. It's like the same three names, you know? And they're like, oh, I'm pretty sure that he reads these things. It's because I have one person that literally sends me screenshots of every message, okay? I don't go there and read it. And why would I lie about it? I'm tell the truth about everything else. If I went there and read it, I would be, I mean, I don't really care, honestly, okay? Look, let me restate that statement. I don't really care to go and read that. I'm not big into dialing up pain, if that makes sense. If I know I'm going to go somewhere where somebody is just going to talk shit about me and say things like, he should be over his mother by now, he needs counseling, he's a really sick individual, yeah, I'm probably not going to go there and read that stuff, you know? Or if someone's just going to continue to question my marriage over and over and over again, instead of embracing the fact that there's actually a gay couple that's been together 10 years with our age differences, our cultural differences, and the fact that my husband drinks and I'm sober, the fact that we've been together 10 years, instead of embracing that for the LGBT community, the people in Guru Gossip would rather chew that apart and tear that apart, to me, is anti-LGBT, just so you know. And continue to be miserable, continue to do your thing. Like I said, I will never talk about it again, but I put that in the video because I thought maybe I would, you know, persuade somebody to be a human being and see something different, number one. And number two, because I wanted to see if you guys would feed into it, and you walked right into the door. So thank you so much for proving to me that you're exactly who I thought you were. And have at it. Say what you need to say. I will be going on with my life and enjoying making videos and talking about whatever I want to talk about in my videos. Feel free to continue to watch it and give me the view or not. I don't really care at this point. I think the concerned person that watched my videos, it's interesting, you know, like when I saw in one of the messages that she sent me that I'm like the world's biggest hypocrite, and people are really starting to see the truth about me. What's the truth about me? That I'm a 45-year-old man that lives in the middle of the United States with my 3 dogs and my husband, and I sit around all day long. And then they came for me because I've set a goal of taking a shower every day. Oh, please don't sit behind the computer with no face and no name and let me guess what your life looks like. Shane Dawson even talks about how he doesn't shower very often, and a lot of other people don't, but I do say this, I take a shower at least once a day. So, but you know, they'll come for anything on there. You can't do anything right, which I think is totally hilarious. Go to my drama channel. At least I'm fair towards people. At least I try to be, you know, give the benefit of the doubt. Those people are just straight up evil and ugly. And so while you're out there being miserable, shredding people apart, I'll continue to go on and do my thing. And, you know, we'll see. Either you'll be right and my channel will completely fall apart and I'll be miserable in tears, probably crying about it on my vlog, like I'm known to cry about everything else. Or I will be successful, and I hope that I'm successful. I hope success for anybody. I would never wish for less than success for anybody. Anybody that I've ever talked about in a video, you know, whether it's, you know, Trisha Paytas or Karina Kaboom, I wish people only success and happiness. Why would I ever wish for any less for anybody? I don't live my life that way. I may poke fun from time to time. I may make suggestions based on things I've messed up in my life, but I would never wish for somebody for their downfall. I just never would. And I really think that the true sign of an ugly person is somebody that wishes that somebody else would fail. I think it really says a lot about your soul, your spirit, and your being a human being, or the fact that you lack any of those things. And so I don't need to go there and read it because I know who you are, and you just displayed that by your behavior, and you're nobody whose opinion means anything to me. Like I've said in many of my videos, my mother taught me, you know, if you don't care about somebody, don't care what they have to say. And when you walk down the street and somebody calls you a name, hold your head up high, because you refuse to be a victim of their oppression. And what that means is you are oppressed. You are the one that has the problem, not me. And so I will continue to live my life in a happy way. Next, let's move on. Please don't send me screenshots of that shit. I don't want to see it. That's the reason I don't go there, and then I have to address it in videos, and they think that I'm going there and reading it, which I'm not, and then it just perpetuates their fantasies because they all just sit there at home and get off to the fact that they think that I'm reading their intrepid little stupid lies, and I don't go there because I don't want to dial up pain, so please do not send it to me. I don't really care that much. But like I said, they have every right to say what they want to say. I like to drive way out into the country. I don't know when this started for me. When I was writing my book, I would drive way, like, on this road. And I haven't driven on this road for a long time. And I would listen to audiobooks, because this was obviously before I did my vlog. And I listen to so many audiobooks. Like, I listen to a lot now, but I listened to a lot back then. And I would write until, like, from, like, 10 until, like, 2. And then I would go drive for an hour. And then I would come home and write for, like, another hour and go to bed. I mean, this didn't go on for long. I only wrote... It only took me 4 weeks to write my book. So, struggling with this book that I want to write about the sober Christmas, because I'm really trying to decide, like, the main character, what point of view I want to write them from. Like, at first I thought I was going to make her like a young girl, like 22 to 25. And now I'm thinking I'm going to make the main character like more of like a woman in her 30s or early 40s. I'm not sure. And, I also kind of had this idea last night that I wanted to make her, you know, like, just haven't given up on anything, you know, like on everything. I think Christmas is such a hard time. I love Christmas, and it's not really a time where I think much about loss, you know, like, or people that are gone from my life. I do want to say one thing that was interesting, going back to the guru gossip thing for a second. Somebody commented on there, and I just want to, there are some facts that I'm not really sure where these people out there get their facts from, but they said, and what I'm about to say does not matter. It does not matter whatsoever, okay? But I just want to make this very, very clear. They said they had seen my ex, a picture of my ex, and that they understood why I wasn't over him, which is very interesting if they truly had seen a picture of my ex. And my ex is, in my eyes, not a bad-looking person. But that's all I'll say. I don't believe they've ever seen a picture of my ex. And I'm not really sure which ex they're talking about. But the other thing is that they said something to the effect of that, and this is where people turn, you know, their lies into facts. Oh my God, what is that up there? It looks like, oh my God, it looks like a UFO. This is probably like somebody's way of telling me. I'm like, what am I coming up on? There's like, oh, it's like a electric like company or something. Do you want to see what I thought was a UFO? You guys, this is crazy. Look, can you see it? But like through the trees, I couldn't see it. Now look, all of a sudden it comes out of the trees, and there it is. I was like, is that a UFO? What is going on? So anyway, they said that my exes had broken up with me. No, that's not the truth. That's not how it went. I don't think it really matters who broke up with who, honest to God, but that was not the case. In both situations, the first situation was a mutual decision, and the second situation, it was me that broke up with my boyfriend. And I'm not proud of that. It makes me sad. But if you're gonna say that things are facts, get your facts straight. And apparently people are interested in enough that they think that they have a right to know my situation. I haven't talked a lot about my ex on here, okay, of which I spent 7 years with, so I have a lot of history with him. Not because I pine over him or I'm still so upset about it or whatever, okay? Like, I loved my ex. He's an amazing person, but it didn't work for us. And I'm not going to get into the reasons why out of privacy issues for him. He didn't ask for me to have a vlog channel and talk about his life on there. He just didn't, and that's not fair to him, and I'm not going to do that to him. And so people can stop speculating about it. It's not as pretty as you're making it sound. It's not like my ex just one day looked at me and said, I don't want to be with you anymore, and I'm done with you, and you're an ugly person, and left me. That's not the story at all, okay? It's a lot deeper than that. And I really, like, what's so crazy to me about it is that I just don't feel like I'm that fascinating, number one. Number two is, I literally, unlike a lot of these people out there that you can factually prove that they're contriving parts of their life, like other YouTubers that are like, I mean, let's just be for real. I love Trisha Paytas, but, you know, like, I mean, when she puts a bag over her head, she says she no longer identifies as a human. But that's not my story. I mean, you know, like, my story is, it just like the heat went off. But my story is that, like, I'm a guy that, you know, talks every day to a camera on 4 different channels about books, my mom, my recovery. I mean, it's not like I haven't been honest about anything. And then I said on there, anybody that wants to contact me and ask me questions can. And then this screenshot that this person sent me, they're like, oh yeah, and we're supposed to contact him. And I'm like, oh, don't give me that bullshit, okay? You all just want to sit over here and complain. And like I said, that's your option. Sit over there and complain. So I'm going to move on past all this now. 6 months ago, I would have been so fed up with this video at this point, I would have deleted it and started over, but I'm not going to even do that. Let them get excited and all hot and bothered over the fact that I actually talked about him in the video, because I will not be doing that again. So anyway, Tanya had me cracking up so bad tonight. She was like, no, you're doing the charger wrong, and blah, 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 whatever. I looked at her, I go, Tanya, your phone is so broken. I have told you that for like months. And she goes, no, it's not broken. And I go, yes, sweetie, it's really broken bad. She even asked me to look. She goes, will you bring your phone charger over? And I go, I have an iPhone, you have an Android. She goes, it'll fit. I go, no, Tanya, it won't fit. And she goes, yeah, it'll fit. I go, I'm not choosing to fight with you tonight, so I'm just gonna bring it over. And she goes, okay, I'll show you, it'll fit. I plug it in, I hand her the cord, and she goes, this is the wrong cord, it doesn't fit. I go, Tanya, I told you it wasn't gonna fit. We were in Walmart tonight, and there were 2 women that work there that were in those electronic, like, wheelchair things, racing each other through the toy aisle. Tanya goes, where's your vlogging camera now when you need it? I said I didn't want to bring it in because she said you'd had a shitty day, and I didn't want to ask if I could put you on the vlog when you've had a shitty day. She goes, well, I didn't really want to be on the vlog, but you could have vlogged them. That would have been hilarious. God. How does anybody diet through the holidays? Like, seriously? All I think about is food at Christmas time. And being cozy in bed. I love my bed. My bed is such a safe place from the world, from the troubles of the world. You're just laying in bed and you're like, I don't want to ever get out of this stupid bed. It's so nice. It's so comfortable. If you guys haven't seen the video that we did, the unboxing of our bed that we got, it is the most comfortable. It's one of those foam mattress beds. It's a Helix bed, and it is one of the most comfortable beds I have ever had in my entire life. I swear by these beds, you guys, these Helix foam beds. They're so comfortable. Alex told me, he was like, I don't want to plan New Year's this year, so you plan New Year's, which for me was calling Melissa and being like, okay, so what are we doing for New Year's? So Melissa and I were planning New Year's this year. I think we're all going to go out to dinner, like Melissa and Jason, Alex and I, and Aaron and Eric, and then we're going to go down. There's like this Moulin Rouge party at the place that our friend owns downtown, the Pavilion. And so we're going to go to that afterwards. Everybody's supposed to dress up like Moulin Rouge. I can tell you, I probably won't be dressing up by no Moulin Rouge. I probably won't be dressing up like nobody's Moulin Rouge. No, I probably won't, though. Not that I don't love a good costume, but I'm just not really feeling Moulin Rougey. Or bougie. I cannot believe it is almost the middle of December. That is crazy to me that this year is almost over. I can't believe, you guys, that I have almost vlogged for an entire year every day. Can you even believe it? I mean, it is like seriously crazy town, don't you think? I didn't think I would keep it up for a year. I really didn't. My life is so different now than it was, you know, last January 1st. But in a lot of ways, it's still the same, too. It's like, It's weird. I don't know how far north I am right now, but I should probably turn around. I haven't seen a road sign or anything forever. Where am I at? God, I'm in a different area code. That sign out there for that business had a phone number that's a different area code than me. I need to turn around. You know, a year ago, I didn't have the vlog channel. I didn't have the Peterisms channel, so I just had 2 channels. We hadn't gone to Mexico. We hadn't started counseling. I hadn't started writing the book that I'm finishing and started my 2 other new books. My aunt was still alive. Pee-Pee wasn't sick. You know, the other thing, though, that's come in the last year is that I feel very peaceful. Like, I feel like I have a lot of peace and serenity compared to where I was a year ago. Like, stuff doesn't bother me the way that it did, like, a year ago. You know, it's like, a year ago, I was also going through, like, all of that shit, like, on my drama channel, you know, with the different channels and stuff. And now it's like, I don't really have beef with any of the drama channels, honestly. I mean, like, this isn't something that I would talk, I mean, I would talk about this on my main channel, but I mean, it's like, what would be the point? But, like, Rich Lux and I are fine. Karina Kaboom and I are no different than we were a year ago. Dustin Daly and I are great friends. You know, Sam and I are friends. But, like, we just don't get into each other's business. I don't really have an issue with anybody, you know? Paige and I are fine. Margot and I are fine. You know, Martin Lewis and I are fine. I think Sanders Kennedy and I are fine. I mean, I don't have any issues with any of the drama channels. And so it's kind of like, wow, that's come full circle, you know? It's like, my BookTube channel has grown crazy in the last year, you know? I have to say, like, on some level, that's, like, I'm really, really proud of that the most. So pretty out here. Some of these houses are so cool, these farmhouses that are just out in the middle of nowhere. I'm, like, so proud of, like, my BookTube channel. You know, I've, like, worked my ass off on that channel, like, coming up with content on a daily basis, doing book tags, reading books. I've now read 64 books this year. You know, by the end, I'll have read, I think, something probably close to, like, 6 books a month. And to keep up with that and keep up with writing, I'm like, I've been very, very, very productive this year. And I feel good about that, because it's like, well, I didn't make this year go to waste. You know what I mean? And I can't say that about a lot of years. There are a lot of years that I, like, didn't, like, I just kind of, like, and there's nothing wrong with this, but there are a lot of years that, like, I just went to work and came home and watched TV, and that was, like, my life. Like, I wasn't productive at all. And I think, like, I don't know where the hell I am, but I have got to turn around. I am on 500 North. I don't even know where that is. Do you guys want to see this? This is, like, literally, like, look at this. Look how scary this is. I'm, like, out in the middle of nowhere. This is, like, Children of the Corn. I'm going to show you this house, though, when I come up here, though, because it's cool. But I'm, like, look at this house that's, like, out in the middle of nowhere. Do you see it, though? It's very pretty. Look at this. It's just, like, out in the middle of nowhere. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? Anyway, I don't know what I was saying. But, you know, maybe next year, one of my goals is that I can relax a little bit more and not be so productive, you know, and find a little bit more of a balance. I will say that even though I feel peaceful and serene, I feel driven. Like, I want to get this done. I want to get this done. I want to get this done. And I'd like to be less of that this year, this next coming year, you know? One of my goals for 2018 is that I would like to co-write a book with somebody. I would like to co-write a fiction book with somebody, and but somebody that writes, not just like some, you know, random person that's like, oh, I'll co-write a book with you. I would love to do that. I've always wanted to do that. So, like Will Grayson with David Levithan and John Green. Lapel. Oh my God, I'm way far north of Indianapolis. I'd also like to get in the best body of my life. Oh, look at those Christmas decorations. So pretty. God, that house is so decorated. It's like this farmhouse. They have like all these Christmas trees out front. There's a lot. I feel like there's a lot of people this year that are really decorating for Christmas, and I feel like people are really in the Christmassy mood compared to before, like years before. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Alex and I are thinking about... Okay, so I haven't mentioned this in a video. You ready? What do you think I'm gonna say? So, August will be our 10 years together. And it will be 7 years married. But we're thinking about renewing our wedding vows. We don't know yet. So right now, well, we're both pretty positive about renewing our wedding vows. And we're both positive about that. We're trying to figure out where we want to do it. Alex would really like to go to like Fiji or Tahiti, but I don't know that we can afford that. I said we should go to Vegas and do like an Elvis chapel, and he wasn't real down for that. He was like, no, I think if we should do it really nice, like another like romantic like exchange of vows. And he was like, you know, we don't have to invite a bunch of people this time. If we had just one other couple that went with us and, you know, kind of like witnessed it, it would mean something to us. So we're thinking about that. Melissa and Jason have offered to go with us if we were wanting to do that, wherever we went. So we're excited because we're starting the planning process for that. It's crazy to think that we've been together 9 years, over 9 years now. 9 years and 4 months, Alex and I have been together. It's a long time to be with somebody, you know, like, our relation, now it like recharged the battery a little bit. I don't know how it does that, but now it's down to 5%, so I'm gonna have to get off here in a second. But like, it's weird how much like we've both I mean, he's grown up. I mean, I guess I have too, but you know, Alex was 24 when I met him. He's 33 now, you know, like he was straight out of college. We're just in completely two different places in our lives than we were then, you know. And back then he was like still doing college stuff and partying, and I was leaving one career and starting another, and now we're both kind of like settled into the groove, and we're into nesting and wanting to find a place in Florida and move down there. And it's just so interesting how our lives have changed in the last, you know, 9 years together, and it's so cool. And I think the funny thing is that when we both got together, we would never have thought that, like, I mean, I never would have thought Alex would be the one that I would be with for a really, like, the rest of my life. And now I am sure of it. You know what I mean? Like, I just never thought that would be the case. I thought, oh, we'll date for a while. You know, he's young, he's cute. But I don't think either one of us thought anything super serious about it, you know? And I think you just put one foot in front of the other and you see how it goes. And I don't know. people ask a lot. They're like, do you think that opposites attract and that's why you guys work? And I'm like, okay, but opposites, if you look at things like, I'm from the United States, he's from Venezuela, you know, he's 12 years younger than me, I'm sober, he drinks, you know, that kind of thing. But we're very similar. Like, we're really a lot alike. Like, his mom was saying that to us the other night. She was like, you guys are like so much alike. Like, you know, she was like, you think alike, you know, respond to things the same way. And I think it's very, very true. I also think that our long-term goals are very similar, and I think that's important. You know, Alex and I both want to be in the same place 20 years from now. We both want to be in the same place 10 years from now. You know, even just like with us planning, like, our, you know, renewing our wedding vows, like, and it's important for you guys to know, we got married, again, legally, at the, you know, downtown, but we were in like shorts and polo shirts when it was legalized, but we had a wedding before it was legalized. So this would be us getting married, renewing our wedding vows in a wedding ceremony, with it also being legal this time. So, but even with that, like, where our planning is kind of very similar. Like, we both want the same things. We're both doing it for the same reasons, you know, just to kind of like, we thought about saying, like, let's do this every 10 years, you know? I think it's a cool idea. You don't ever want to forget being in love, you know? You don't ever want to take that for granted. What a blessing that is. So, all right, I've got 2% left on this camera, and I think for sure this time it's gonna break out and just stop. So I have no idea how long I've been vlogging for. Long enough now to drive up to 500 North. So say hi to all you people up there at 500 North, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. I just want to say one thing before I end this, and I think this is important. I was, in the screenshots that were sent to me today, and I think I said something about this earlier, so it's always been important for me to be honest in my videos. I had said that Alex and I never talked about getting divorced, and they had linked, like, in this one message, like, a certain vlog that I had done in April. So I just sat down in the parking lot, and I was like, I want to go back and watch this vlog from April. It was like April 11th, and I went back and watched it, you know, and it was the day of our very first marriage counseling session. And it was right after we had gotten back from Miami, and things were horrible between Alex and I. And I was very honest in the video, and I had completely forgotten until I watched this vlog that Alex and I, like, I don't know, like, how I forgot it, but, like, that Alex and I had used the word divorce. We had said divorce. So I guess that was true. I did do that. And I'm gonna talk about this tomorrow, and this will probably be the whole vlog that I do tomorrow. But I think it's important to address, because I've talked so much about marriage counseling and how much marriage counseling has helped us, you know? But the fact that April to May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, you know, 8 months later of marriage counseling, we are now talking about renewing our marriage vows, to me, is super powerful. That any marriage is fixable. And I was sitting there and I was watching this vlog. I know for you guys it's been like 2 seconds, but for me it's been like an hour. I sat there and I watched this vlog, and I was like, it's like the battery is on yellow again. I was like, man, things were bad between us. Like, they were not good, you know? And I don't know, like, it is just like, we have such a great marriage today, and like, we really don't argue, and we're so affectionate towards each other, and our communication has just like completely opened. And like, I'm a believer that things happen for reasons, right? And here I had gone through this whole video, and I had talked about these things that people had said, and, you know, this gossip and all this kind of stuff. But like, I kind of think maybe I was supposed to go back and watch this vlog that I never would have gone back and watched before, because it was very much, for me, like this message of, wow, look how far you guys have come, you know? And I'm even thinking about seeing if Alex will do the video with me. He will if I ask him. to talk about how powerful like marriage counseling, intimacy, and communication are in changing a relationship. Because to see me talk about it then, and to know how I feel in my heart about my marriage now, and how secure I feel in it, and how confident I feel in my marriage, is like night and day. And I'm like, that is so, like, that is such a testament to the power of commitment in a marriage, because we were very committed that first day of making it work. And I had even forgotten that the night before he had gone and stayed at his mom's house. I mean, things weren't good, you know? And now I think about the fact that we're like thinking about where we want to go to renew our wedding vows, and it's like, that's crazy. Like, I don't know, like, I'm so proud of us as a couple. We've done some really good work, you know, and I'm very proud of us as a married couple. And I'd like to share with you guys more of what we've learned and what we've talked about and what has helped us, so that maybe it can help some of you guys out there. Just the other day, I got a message from somebody, and they said, my husband and I, I think it was in my UNAS stream, they said, my husband and I started marriage counseling this week because of you talking about it. Thank you so much. It's helped us already. And that's all I ever wanted to do with this channel, you know, was document my life and maybe help somebody else. And if I can do that in sharing with you guys what has helped us the most, you know, I think two things. Number one, being committed to making it work at any cost. And number two, going to any lengths to make it work, has been super powerful. And I think the thing that's funny is, I was looking at my husband the other night when we were going over to his mom's house, and I said, you know what's crazy? I said, I love you more now than I did 9 years ago. And he goes, me too. And that's a pretty awesome thing, you know? Especially since I kind of even forgot how bad it was 8 months ago. So, it's funny how we forget those things, isn't it? I don't want to ever forget how bad it was and where I came from, because then I'll take for granted how wonderful my marriage is now. I love you guys.